Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played with the Tiger 131. This is a tier 7 German premium heavy tank with preferential matchmaking. The game I'm playing is Team Destruction on Ensk War with tier 8 as the top tier and no artillery. Sometimes if I'm top tier with the Tiger 131, I'll go very aggressive and fight in the front line. But when fighting tier 8s, I always play a supportive role early in the game, just trying to get some long distance shots to wear down the enemy. Now you're going to notice that this doesn't end up being a particularly epic game for the Tiger 131, but you will get to see how big of an impact it can have on the game in a very short period of time. I'm off to a bit of a slow start here considering how many targets there are. Overall, I haven't been very successful fighting from this position so far, so I'm going to head over to the city side of the map and see if I can get along the flanks of these heavy tanks. I've arrived just in time to help my teammate fight this champion, and he makes the perfect target to start using my high damage per minute gun. Although the Tiger 131 doesn't have the same reliability as the other Tiger tanks, it's reliable enough and easily makes up for the shortcomings with a higher rate of fire and preferential matchmaking. So overall, you can use the same strategies that you would use with the other Tiger tanks, but it's also got some great potential to be a frontline heavy tank when you're top tier, and to outflank enemies in situations like this. I'm able to keep this KV-3 tracked, and look how much damage I'm able to do to him in a very short period of time. I get lucky here that the Fatherland missed his shot, but even if he had have hit, it still would have been worth it to farm up this damage on the KV-3. Now, fighting a Fatherland head-on is a little difficult with this tank, so I've switched over to my APCR shells, and I'm going to side scrape against the Fatherland. Even though the Tiger tanks have pretty terrible side armor, side scraping is still quite beneficial because you minimize your tank's profile, which can cause enemies to miss you or go into your track, just like here with the Fatherland. This is usually quite successful against tanks such as the Fatherland, which have unwieldy guns, and are fighting you at any sort of long distance. Now my team already has a substantial lead in just over 3 minutes, and since I'm at full hit points still, it's time to go on the attack. Although having an enemy come back from a deficit like this is not unheard of, they're not in positions where they can easily support each other, and so at this point the game is pretty much a victory for us. I'm keeping with my APCR shells since there still are quite a few heavy tanks left in the game, and the silver earning potential on the Tiger 131 is so great that I really never have a problem with using the APCR shells. Well, that's all for this game. Let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game, I earned 92,000 silver without any multipliers, and I did fire a few APCR shells, but I didn't have to use any of my large kits during the game. I also earned 3,894 experience without any multipliers. In this game, I dealt 4,300 damage, assisted with 669 damage, and destroyed 5 enemies while blocking 505 damage. Unfortunately, this didn't earn me anything more epic than a high caliber and mastery badge ace tanker. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 2,163. This victory was a real team effort. So many of my teammates had high damage in this game, which is the reason why we were able to have such a decisive win. I managed to hit 22 of my 27 shots and penetrated all of those. There was nothing overly exciting in terms of crew and module damage. I damaged the engine in the KV3, injured the driver in the Fatherland, and injured the radio operator in the KV2. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing that game with the Tiger 131, and that you'll remember to be flexible with your tactics throughout the game, because for tanks like this with high damage per minute, you just need a few good opportunities on some light or distracted targets, and you'll make a great impact on the game. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.